So you can see that on this particular day, my Shopify store was able to generate $1,789.32. I mean, pretty cool, right? But what if I said that was while having a 5.73% conversion rate?
What?
What's even crazier is that the day before was only the first day of testing this product, and we did a little over $300 in sales, of course while being profitable, with a 5.11% conversion rate. And now jumping to day 3, we were able to scale to about $2,500 in sales with about a 4.49% conversion rate, which is still pretty solid. So why am I talking about CVR so much, conversion rate? Because that, ladies and gents, matters when it comes to increasing sales. Conversion rate typically is the percentage of people out of 100 purchasing or converting on your store. So if 5 out of every 100 visitors that are coming to your store purchase, you have a 5% conversion rate. As you can see, conversion rate and sales go very much hand in hand. In this video, I'll be showing you guys a few funnel hacks that will instantly not only increase your conversion rate, but bring you more sales as a result to your Shopify store. Also, if you haven't claimed your $1 a month for 90-day Shopify offer, you now can through the link in the description down below. I'm not too sure on how long this is going to be around for, so definitely take advantage of it. Now, I do want to make this video short and to the point so you guys can go ahead and follow and implement on your Shopify store. And without any further ado, let's hop into my computer and get into it. Let's jump straight into this to keep things raw. So here we have one of my older Shopify stores called Privcase. I no longer sell on this store, but this was once a one product store that I was successfully selling on. Let's just go here back to the Shopify admin and refresh it so y'all can see that this is my account. But the first hack that I really want to cover is this add to cart button over here. Y'all can see that this is animated, okay? It's basically shaking. And we can also see that once we scroll past that add to cart button, this sticky add to cart button right on the bottom shows up. This essentially just makes it more intuitive for your customer, essentially really just captivates that customer a little bit more. So even if the customer is down here, you know, he or she can just click this and it'll go on to the next step in the funnel. This, I believe, is a no-brainer to have on your Shopify store. So how you can do this is get this app called Uplinky's Sticky Cart. Once you have the app, once you download it, open the app, go to general, and where it says display on, make sure you have all devices. Where it says animation, have it to none. So that none is the add to cart button on the bottom, right? There's no animation, it just kind of pops up over there. But we do have the animation right here on the main add to cart button. For that, we also want to go to cart animator, and we can see that the animation for the main add to cart button is a head shake, and it's in a 5-second interval. Something else that you also want to keep in mind to kind of keep that congruency overall on your store is, let's come into style, and we want to make sure that the background color of the button, you know, really is the same as the overall accent of your store. So that includes the announcement bar, the logo, the pricing, the stars right here, all of that is in sync. So we also want to make sure that the button is, you know, the same color as all the other accents on the store. Pretty simple, pretty cool. Let's go into the next step of the funnel to the cart page, and let's go to checkout over here. Here's where things get a little interesting, okay? So this is right before the shipping page, okay? And we can see this button on the bottom says continue to shipping method with a little box emoji. Now, this didn't always look like this, but again, it makes it super intuitive for your potential customer. Just really looks nice. So how we do this is by coming into your Shopify admin or your account, click online store, and then click on these red dots right here and go to where it says edit default theme content. So what we want to do is just make sure you're on general and then go over to the search bar and type in shipping. Okay, so you'll originally have something like this, okay, where this basically is. So let me just delete this. You'll have something like this, but I obviously change it to kind of what you see right over here. Okay, so again, this just makes it a little bit more intuitive. All right, so I inputted all the default information. No, this is not my address, so don't get any ideas. But before we go on to the next step, ladies and gents, take a look right here on the top. I have my logo and I also have a trust badge. Now, I see a lot of people who simply forget to put their logo in general, okay? So how you want to make sure that's there for that trust and that confidence, you know, again, that sync, that congruency aspect is go over to, once again, online store and themes and go to customize. After, what we want to do is go to theme settings and then go to checkout, okay? We want to make sure that we have our logo inputted right over there. So I like to use something called Canva. I believe that, digital design and graphic design is one of the most useful skills you can have as someone who's into e-commerce and someone who's into dropshipping, okay? So definitely familiarize yourself with utilizing Canva, just getting really adept with graphic design in general. So let's just type in something, like logo, and you can create one from scratch, or there's a bunch of templates that you can just go ahead and create one from. It doesn't really matter. Don't overcomplicate things at the end of the day. But I basically have one right here where it says priv case, okay? And then once we go down, what I basically did was I made just it's smaller. Then I put the trust badge next to it. I just literally searched trust badges and I got this one. And I just essentially customize, the colors of it a little bit, okay? That's basically just what I did. Keep the logo nice and simple and to the point. This is another one right here of a store in which I was selling lighter products on, okay? So that's just another example solely. But essentially, that's what I did. And I just inputted it right over here where it says logo, and then it does show up right over here. So it's just a nice little touch overall, I think. And we can click continue to shipping method. So here I have two types of shippings as well. You never want to have only one kind of shipping, okay? If you think about it, if you ever shop online, a legitimate brand will never have only one type of shipping. So not only does it make your store, your brand look a little bit more legitimate, but it will also benefit you in terms of average order value, AOV. This will essentially be free money, okay? I can confidently say that about 2 or 3 customers out of 10 customers will opt in for this paid option right here. So of course you have your free standard shipping. I personally like to eat up the shipping cost for my products, but you also have your priority insured shipping with priority processing, right? When you're first initially just drop shipping from China, you may not have that option for actual expedited shipping where, the shipping time takes a little bit shorter. So I just like to call it, with priority processing. It just really means that you'll process, fulfill, and ship those orders out first. And again, this is a free extra $6 in your pocket. So why not? You'll also see over here that we have enter payment info. Okay, so once again, we want to come back to this and just type in payment. So again, initially it's going to say this right here, but I just changed it to enter payment info instead of continue to payment method. Just is a little bit more intuitive. I know I keep saying that, but it is true. You also want to make sure that you capitalize the first letter of each word. And I also like to add a nice little credit card emoji or something like that. Again, just gives a nice, friendly, neutral touch to it. So let's click on enter payment info. And obviously this is the last step of the funnel. And over here by default, it'll say something called pay now, but I have complete order. This is way more neutral. Pay now has more of a guilty association feeling with it, right? Like, I don't know if I want to pay now, aka give my money, but complete order is a little bit more neutral, a little bit more intuitive, right? So this really increases the chances of a customer completing the last step and actually placing the order on your Shopify store. So once again, we're back into the theme content page and we want to type into the search bar complete, okay? So initially you'll say just something like pay now, but obviously I changed it to complete order with a little check mark, and we want to have the same thing right here on the top as well, and that's essentially it. Now I want to make it very clear that doing this alone will not make you profitable, so don't get the wrong idea stuck in your head. Of course, above all, product selection is what really matters at the end of the day. Your creatives, targeting, ad copy is what's going to bring those initial potential customers to your store, and then your pricing, your offer, and your funnel, which is kind of what we just worked on, will do the rest of the work. All of these have to be in sync and aligned for a product to be profitable from the get-go. Also, just a quick bonus tip, make sure your store is free of unnecessary pop-ups and distractions or anything like that, as less is more. What you guys saw in this video are just a few conversion hacks I utilize to unlock the full potential of my Shopify store. If you guys do want to see other hacks, definitely let me know in the comments down below, and let's get this video to 500 likes. Other than that, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and until the next one, your boy's out. Peace.